The internet is filled with videos titled things like do these 5 things, say these 6 phrases to dash. Fill in the blank with anything that people want, be it attract women, gain respect from other men, become the alpha male, anything. But in my opinion, memorizing a certain sequence of words or learning an action and trying to imitate it just like a trained monkey would won't really get you far. It won't do much for you. To be completely honest, I am no one to speak from a moral high ground here. Younger Sahaj had seen every single one of these videos. Before a night of clubbing, he would watch a video titled say these 5 phrases to her to make her go crazy about you. He would memorize these phrases. He would spend the entire night repeating them over and over in his head until he finally vomited them out, until he finally awkwardly fumbled through the words in front of a girl. Needless to say, none of them went crazy about him. Similarly, he would watch videos talking about how alpha men acted, how they behaved. He would go out in public, recall what he had seen on video, and try to imitate it. But he would end up looking like and excuse my language, a fucking buffoon. But today, I see things a little differently. Today, mindset is the most important aspect for me. If you've seen any of my previous videos, this should come as no surprise to you. I've talked extensively about mindsets in most of my videos, and it makes sense, right? I mean, if I saw a video like that today, kill me. I'm serious. If that is what I'm doing with my free time, I don't deserve to live. Okay, hypothetically, if I were to see a video like that today, I would want the person making the video to share with me the mindset of the person who automatically does those actions, who automatically says those things. The person who doesn't have to memorize lines or imitate actions he saw in a video. So that is exactly what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to share with you the mindset so you can begin to inculcate it instead of memorizing lines. Or man, is it just me, or is watching alpha male videos on the internet and trying to emulate them the most unalpha thing that one can do? If you're still looking for that magical sentence you can say to women to make them fall in love with you, and you still didn't get the memo, this video is not for you. Try the next one. Okay, so I saw a few of those videos and hey, I had to, man. I did it for the video. I did it for research purposes. You see the effort I gotta put in for y'all. Yo, go ahead right now and drop your boy a like for his dedication. And just by the way, that subscribe button, it seems to work just fine as well. Okay, as I was saying, I saw a few of those videos and I tried to decode who these videos were describing. I tried to extract the kind of man these videos were describing, and I came to the conclusion that all of these videos were talking about one man. All of them were describing one kind of man, and that is a man with self-respect. That was way too anticlimactic an answer for most of you, but let me explain. You see, a self-respecting man is a rarity in today's day and age. A self-respecting man is a 1 in a million. You see, you're not just trying to make somebody respect you, which in itself is very difficult, by the way. You're trying to make you respect you. You who knows of all of your flaws, all of your faults, all your shortcomings, all your insecurities, you who knows all the fucked up things you've ever done, and the very same you who knows of every fucked up thought that you've ever had. Let that sink in for a second. Is it even possible to make that same you respect you? As somebody who never could have thought of himself and the word respect in the same sentence, as somebody who never saw self-respect as something that needed to be worked upon in the first place, I'm here to tell you it is possible. Today, I respect the fuck out of myself. And that is because I know everything that I've been through. Every time I look at my body in the mirror, I'm reminded of 11th grade Sahaj, who was so ashamed of his body. And I'm reminded of every time that I went to the gym since then, even when I didn't feel like it. When I see my 500 plus subscribers, and I'm in awe of the fact that there are over 500 people who want to hear what I have to say, I'm reminded of me just 6 months ago when I couldn't have even imagined putting myself out there for the world to see because of my insecurities. And I'm also reminded of all the time and effort I've invested into every single video, trying to pack every one of them with as much value as I can. Think of it as there being a calculator embedded within you, whose only job is to determine your worth. This calculator keeps record of everything you've ever said and everything you've ever done. After every action, or inaction for that matter, of yours, this calculator adjusts your score. The higher your score, the higher your sense of self-respect, and the lower your score, the lower your sense of self-respect. Now, every time you do something that you know you should, this calculator increases your score. And every time you procrastinate on what you know you should, every time you skip out on doing what you know you should, every time you do something that you know you shouldn't, this calculator decreases your score. And there are no hacks, no shortcuts here. This calculator knows you better than you know yourself. So no matter what excuse you use to justify to yourself why you didn't do what you knew you should, you can't justify it to the calculator. It doesn't matter how busy you told yourself you were just before skipping the gym. The calculator saw you still take out 2 hours for Netflix. It doesn't matter how many promises you make to yourself that you'll start eating healthy. The calculator knows how many cheat meals you've had just in the past week. Let me repeat to you, there are no shortcuts here. You can fool anybody, but you can't fool yourself. Okay, enough talk about the hardships, enough talk about how difficult it is going to be. Let's now talk about the positives. Let's now talk about the good part. You see, once you've forced yourself to do the right things over and over again for a long enough period of time, once you've built up a good amount of self-respect, your brain automatically starts pushing you to continue to do the right things. It's the beginning that's the most difficult, because in the beginning, you don't see yourself as a man of character. You don't see yourself as a man you respect. So it's very easy to let a man you don't respect do the wrong things. In fact, it's very difficult to make him do the right things, because how do you make a man you don't respect do things that a self-respecting man would do? But once you've pushed yourself past that stage, once you've forced yourself to do the right things over and over again for a long period of time, once you've built a good amount of self-respect, once you've started to see yourself as a man of character, you automatically start gravitating towards making the correct decisions. Because it's not like a man of character to skip the gym, no matter what the excuse. It's not like a man with a good amount of self-respect to have a cheat meal every other day. It's not like a man who respects himself to lie on his bed the entire day scrolling through Instagram. Like most of my videos, let me end this one too with a hack. A hack for the loyal few who've stuck around till the end. This is especially useful for the beginning days, for the point when you don't yet see yourself as a man you respect. In the beginning days, anytime you're in a situation, anytime you're faced with a choice between doing two things, ask yourself, what would XYZ do? Take XYZ as any man you really respect, anybody you see as a man of character. I used to be obsessed with the show Suits a while back. So anytime I was in a situation, I would ask myself, what would Harvey do if he were in my situation? Sometimes I still need to use this hack, but now I ask myself, what would Jordan Peterson do if he were in my situation? The only requirement is that that person that you choose needs to be someone you've seen and you've listened to a lot, to the point that you know exactly the kind of person they are, to the point that you're able to predict exactly what they would do if they were in a certain situation. And if you can't think of anybody, take this as a wake-up call to at least start consuming better content. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you next Sunday.